Right. In this morning show, we are here to inspire you about building your own business and helping you stay on track of your goals. It's a daily cup of motivation. A supportive group of women who wants to see you succeed in your business. And we'll support you every step of the way. Right in the morning. Just put your mind to it. Coffee with Nikkie. Wake up everybody in the morning. Wake up everybody. It's coffee with Nikkie, and we have to get our drink on. So educate your mind, right? Educate your mind, right? Educate your mind, right? Hey, we riding, yo. Wake up in the morning, 5 a.m. in the morning. I'm yawning, brainstorming when my mind is forming. Time tuned to this morning show early in the morning. Listen to Coffee with Nikkie. Oh yes, she's busy. If you need help, tune on the channel right with me. Strong, independent women make it sound easy. Take it Wake up everybody in the morning. Wake up everybody. It's coffee with Nikkie, and we have to get our drink on. So educate your mind, right? Educate your mind, right? Educate your mind, right? Hey, we riding, yo.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone, and happy Tuesday. Good morning. I have so much to share. I am going to actually share a story. I'm going to go back down memory lane. I'm going to be going down memory lane, and I'm going to be sharing something because this weekend kind of was, I don't know if it was kind of like a full circle moment, but it was magical. It was magical, y'all. So I'm going to tell y'all what I'm talking about in a minute. So I just want to welcome everybody to Coffee with Nikkie. So welcome to Coffee with Nikkie. I am your host, Miss Nikkie, and this is your daily cup of information and inspiration. As y'all know, we on the 30-day challenge, and the 30-day challenge is almost up, right? And so do I think I'm going to make my 30K in 30 days? I do not think I'm going to make it, but I'm not going to stop. And this is part of where my story is going to come in, right? I'm not going to stop. I'm going to add another 30 days if I need to, and I'm going to go harder in the paint because I have to hit my goal. I am so far on my health and fitness. I'm doing well with that, but on my 30K in 30 days didn't happen immediately. I'll tell you where I'm at right now. So I am close to 29K. So I'm at 28,745 subscribers. I am not exactly there yet, but I know I have to take some of the blame because I was slacking a little bit, and I wasn't doing everything that I said I was going to do. So I'm just going to go a little harder in the paint, and that's all that has to do with it, right? I'm not going to worry about not hitting it. I'm not going to feel discouraged. I'm not going to let that take the steam out my boat. I'm not going to allow that to take the steam out of my boat. I'm just going to keep on pressing on and doing what I set out to do. And like I said, I'm going to tell you my story. And what happened this weekend was, oh my God, it was like a dream come true. When I say a dream, y'all might know a little bit, but listen, I even posted a video this morning. Well, before I came on, I wanted to post a video why I quit makeup. And I'm going to talk about that. And I know I shared some things here and there. And if you knew me from the makeup community, then you may know more of my story than everybody else. But I realized I share some things with y'all, but it's so much of my life that I have not shared. And so much of my life that, not that I'm hiding it or anything, because I'm not, but so much of, my different path that I was on, I guess. I was on a different path. And so there's so many things that I have not shared. And so I'm going to be talking a little bit about that today. But before we get into that, I'm going to look and check and see who's in the building first. And then we're going to go into everything. And anybody that is doing the 30-day challenge with me, please put a 1 in the chat and let me know how's it going for you. Are you keeping up? Did you lose steam? Like, what's going on? Let me know in the chat. How's it going for you? So, with that being said, let's check and see who's in the building. All right, we got Cousin in the building. She said, Grand Rising, my heart's Grand Rising. And she was first in the building, y'all. First in the building. Good morning, Christina. Christina's in the building. She said, good morning. Good morning, Christina. Good morning, sis. Good morning, Chantel. And you already know. You better thank a union member. You better what? You better thank a union member. Yes, indeed. You better thank a union member. Yes, yes, and yes. Good morning to my good sis. Y'all already know her as the HBIC of BCMC University, the Jewels of Ghana, the Princess of Ghana, the all fabulous one hit wonder, the rap legend. I just keep on adding stuff on there, huh? Y'all know her as Jules of BCMC. Good morning, sis. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, Martini. How's it going, Martini? Good morning. Melly Mel is in the building, and Melly Mel said, morning, party people. Party people. It's Terrific Tuesday. Ha! Yay! It's Terrific Tuesday. Listen, when I be singing, I know I be sounding crazy because y'all can't see me dancing and everything. So I know I sound crazy, but it is what it is.
Hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like, hit the like, hit the like button.
Yes. All right, Martini is the only one doing this 30-day challenge with me. Good. I'm in good company. Thank you, Martini. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And let me know how's it working out for you, please. And thank you. Good morning, Lakeisha Keisha. How's it going? All right. So West Coast in the building, y'all. West Coast represent early. I dance every time you sing. Hey, that's what I want you to do. Okay, so I was wondering, like, I know when I sing, I may sound a little crazy. Because y'all can't see me doing what I'm doing, but I hope y'all feel the energy, okay? Good morning, Sheila from VA. How are you doing? She said it's Terrific Tuesday. There's no need to be perfect to inspire others, period. Okay, she didn't say that. I'm adding that. Let others get inspired by how you deal with your imperfections. Ooh, that's a good one, Sheila from VA. I love it. I absolutely love it. So if you follow my Bubble Babes page, y'all, if you follow my Bubble Babes page, you will know that I met the Sam Fine this weekend. What? What? Okay, so this may not mean much to anybody who don't know my story behind it, right? So when I first started, I started in makeup a long time ago days, right? I started in makeup. I was a YouTube personality. Um, and I was working with a brand that I shared this brand with y'all. I call it the nameless brand because I refuse to give it the energy. But this brand, they were very innovative in the things that they did. They were very innovative about the approach. Like, I would say we were like the first people that started doing things the way they were being done, and now everybody is doing it like that, right? I would definitely say that they led the way with that. And so when I started, I wanted to go to cosmetology school to learn how to do makeup so I could do like the strokes and know how, you put the makeup on and all of that other stuff. And when I wanted to go to makeup school, because back then it wasn't very popular, like you really had to be somewhere far away to go to makeup school. I was living in Jersey and I needed something that was in my area, right? I wouldn't have mind going to New York, but I was like, that's not where I want to be. So I ended up taking this cosmetology course in Jersey. So I got my license and everything. But what happened was, I think I shared this story. When I went to cosmetology school, they really only taught you how to do hair, right? And they had a little tiny portion that was for makeup. And the makeup that they gave you was trash, straight trash. Like, they gave you makeup and the brushes came like they were like the little cheapy brushes from like the dollar store and stuff like that. Like, you had a whole kit, right, of all kinds of stuff: scissors, rollers, combs, brushes, all kinds of stuff you had in this kit, right? But when it came to the makeup, they gave you this whack eyeshadow palette, some whack brushes, and some other stuff. I forgot what else they gave you. But I was like, this is whack. I was doing makeup already on the side. I only wanted to go to makeup school to get my license, right? And I mean, I only wanted to get my license. So I was like, well, I just really want to come here so I can have my license so that when I am doing any jobs or whatever, I can say, I'm a licensed cosmetologist. So that was my whole thing. I just wanted to be licensed. And so I ended up teaching my whole makeup course. And I was like, well, do I get any money back? And let me tell y'all something. I was at the top of my class. Like I had the best grades in my thing. I don't know how it happened, but I did. I had the best grades in there. Not to mention, one of my teachers was one of my friends. Like, well, we became friends while I was in the school, and I ended up dancing for him because he was like a freestyle artist. And so I was one of his backup dancers, and that was one of the connections that we made. Again, pieces of my life that I'm pretty sure y'all don't know. Pieces of my life that I'm pretty sure that y'all don't know. So I had like the best. Like my award was on the wall and everything because I had like, I think I had the top grades in there. So I was always on the wall. And so after teaching myself, I was like, oh my gosh. So one of the things that the school actually did was it used to take us to like the makeup shows and stuff like that. You know, it's hard to get in, and I don't know if they were expensive, but I know it was hard to get in, and you had to be in a school or something to actually get in, right? And so since I was in the school, there was different shows and stuff that we were able to go to. And one of the shows that I went to, I can't remember what it was. I think it was the beauty show or something like that. And so we went, and this is where you can get all your tools and stuff at discounted prices that even if you ordered it, you know, if you went to the store or whatever and got this stuff, it would be like double, triple the price, quadruple the price if you got it from the store. But there at these beauty shows, you are able to get it at a really deep discounted rate, especially because you were a student. So I went there and they had I hope y'all don't mind this story time. Let me know if y'all mind it. If y'all mind the story, if y'all mind the story time, I will switch gears and we will go into teaching something. But I just wanted to share this story, especially because like I said, my goal was to get the 30K in 30 days, and it didn't happen in the time that I set out for it to happen. But I'm going to keep on going hard, and like I said, this story is going to bring it all together. I'm taking a long way around it. I'm gonna take you down my rabbit hole, but I promise you it's gonna come together. I promise you. So let me see real fast. Good morning, Yolanda. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yolanda said, "Good morning, family. I gained 10 new followers, in the 30-day challenge, but I think I'm not going to stop my challenge until I hit my goal. Period. I love it." Good morning, Vasey. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, Miss Anita. Miss Anita. Ow, Miss Anita. Miss Anita. Ow, Miss Anita. Miss Anita. Hey, yes, I was a backup dancer. Listen, I was a backup dancer. I was a dancer. I danced all my life. I danced all my life. And some people see me in some videos. I never really tell my stuff, right? Like I really rarely tell what I've done. But and Chantel and Jules will tell me all the time, Nikki just be having these pieces of her life. She don't never tell nobody, and then she just pop out with, "Did you know I did this? And did you know I did this?" Is this the truth though? All right, so tell a story. Got it. I'm definitely gonna finish. I was excited to finally be down with the going live squad, and then like a thief in the night, IG hit me with the Uno reverse, and they told you that you couldn't go live. But I stayed committed and have been posting reels instead. Listen, we gotta do what we gotta do, and I'm with it. All right, so Miss Anita said keep going. All right, so at the beauty shows, right, they have these things, and so they had the books. Like, I don't know if anybody, I know Martini went to cosmetology school too, but they used to have these giant books, right? And so these books, like Kevin Aquan had one, Sam Fine had one, and there was some others, but I wasn't interested in anybody else. I was interested in Kevin Aquan because I think this was when he was on Oprah, I think. When he was on Oprah, he turned Janet Jackson into Dorothy Dandridge. I'm telling my age. Well, listen, my age, I'm almost 50, y'all. So I don't care about telling my age because I look good. So, yeah, so I think it was when he turned Janet Jackson into Dorothy Dandridge. I don't know if it was before. And it had to be before because when I seen his book, I was super excited to get it, right? And so I purchased Kevin Aquan's book, and I purchased Sam Fine's, right? Now, I love them both for different reasons. I love Kevin Aquan's book because he was more instructional. So he was very detailed about how he did it, what he used, the technique, and that type of stuff in his book, right? And Sam Fine's book, I was super excited about Sam Fine's book because Sam Fine looked like me, did makeup on women that look like me, you know what I'm saying? And so I didn't have to guess what kinds of powders and foundations and stuff like that to use because he was talking my language, you know what I'm saying? And Kevin Aquan, I can't say that he wasn't, but I'm just saying yeah, you know. And so I went and got, I would look in these books and I studied. And when I tell you, I hung on every word that Mr. Fine said, I hung on every single word. Whatever he was on, I was watching. Wherever he was, I was tuned in. You know what I'm saying? And I was so in love with Sam Fine. I definitely was. Kevin Aquan too, but Sam Fine, like, again, because I was like, wow, he looks like me. And again, you didn't have much to choose from. I didn't have, like, you know, on YouTube, you got, now that everybody does makeup, everybody's got a tutorial, everybody will show you something. There's schools everywhere. You don't even have to, you know, you could go to school for 2 weeks, 5 weeks, 6 weeks. You could just do anything now, right? But when I was doing this was not available to me. It was not. Believe me, it was not. $10,000 later. Let me tell y'all. So $10,000, I got a cosmetology license, and I was able to go to the beauty show so that I could get these books that inspired me later on in life. Okay, so that's where that got me. And so you could not find this stuff anywhere. So like I said, I was hanging on to every single word, everything that he did. And so my goal was to meet Sam Fine, right? I wanted to meet him. I was like, I gotta meet him because, you know, he does everybody's makeup. Oh my gosh, do y'all know? I bleached my brows, y'all. I bleached my brows, and my mother used to say I look crazy because when you bleach your brows, you know they're blonde and they look bald. So my mother used to say, you look crazy walking around. You look crazy walking around here. You look like you don't have no eyebrows. And I did, but they were just blonde. And my mother was like, you look crazy. So when I filled them in, they look good. But if I didn't fill them in, they look crazy, right? And so he had this signature look that he would do on Iman. It was the bleach blonde eyebrows and a smoky eye with a nude lip. And so this is in my makeup days, y'all. This is in my makeup days. And I don't even think I did a great job at it. I think that my job was, like, I went up too high. Like, now I can look at it and see what I did wrong. But in the moment, I was like, I'm just going to go for it. So I went for this smoky look. And again, the smoke went too high up. Like, I could have did it a little lower. But again, I digress. It was done. And so I posted this video on YouTube, and I used to have a different name. For the people who know me from makeup, my name used to be Nikkie 26, and I posted it. I posted it, and I didn't think anything of it. I just said, you know, I'm recreating Sam Fine's look, da 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 da, and so he commented, y'all. 14 years ago, I went back in my videos, and this is my second channel because my first channel got hacked. I had a whole lot of subscribers on the first one, and a whole lot of videos. But though that channel got hacked, and then I had to start all over again, and then I don't even post on that channel anymore. But I went back to see if I could find it because I was like, when I finally met Mr. Sam Fine this weekend, I was like, I've got to go back and find these things. I wrote down in notebooks that I wanted to meet him. I wrote down that I wanted to do certain things, right? And I was like, I got to find it. I got to find it. And I know I got this YouTube video, and he commented, I hope this YouTube video is still up here. I don't remember if it was before I got hacked or after I got hacked. I don't know if the video still exists. Long story short, well, it still was long, but I found the video and I found the comment, and he addressed me in everything. Okay, I put it on my page. I put it on my page because I was like, I gotta share this because nobody will believe me if I didn't. 14 years ago, I looked at the date. 14 years ago, he commented and he said that I did a great job, and I was on cloud nine and nobody couldn't tell me nothing. You couldn't tell me nothing. You hear me? Nothing. And I was like, oh my gosh, Sam Fine, he commented on my thing. And I was talking about it. And one of my friends who would appreciate this moment because he was there with me, he's now passed on. But and again, if y'all know me from makeup, y'all know who the SP Nation is, right? And so he would appreciate this moment because this was our moment, right? And it didn't it listen. And so I'm trying to think where I'm going with this one. All right. So he comments and I'm on cloud nine and we just talking about it and I'm just so in love. And you couldn't tell me I didn't meet him. You couldn't tell me that comment. You couldn't tell me that comment wasn't me meeting him face to face. Okay. Because I was on cloud nine. Right. So keep going. After everything, I left makeup, right? I told y'all I left makeup and this was my moment with Sam Fine. And then so after this company, I was like, I don't want to do makeup anymore. After working with the other company, I don't want to do makeup anymore. And I was like, all right. So that was my first encounter with Sam Fine, right? Again, I left makeup. And so I had my friend Mystique Summers, who is from RuPaul's Drag Race, I think season 2. And if y'all don't know Mr. Two Piece and Miss Two Piece and the Biscuit, yes. So that one, Mystique sent me a message and said, Nikki, you need to do this contest. Black Opal is doing a contest and you need to do it, right? Did I tell y'all that I thought Sam Fine's book was like my Bible and everything, right? Told y'all that, right? Everything that I did was in reference to his book. So this is very important, right? To keep that in mind, right? So Black Opal was having a contest and my friend told me that I needed to do it, right? Mystique Summer said, you need to do this contest. And I was like, I'm not even doing makeup anymore. Why would I do it? Nikki, do it. I was like, okay, I'm going to do it. And so I did the contest. I didn't know what to expect. I just thought that I was going to do the contest and I wasn't going to hear anything back because I was like, I gave up. Like, I didn't want to do makeup anymore. I was already starting Bubble Babes. And I was like, I'm done in this area. I don't want to do this anymore. Like, when I tell you I was heavy into the makeup game, like, I was heavy into it. Like, that was all I wanted to do. Well, that and so on, but I digress. And so that was all I wanted to do. And so I was like, I didn't even think I was going to hear anything, right? One morning when they was announcing the winners, Mystique sent me a message and said, Nikki! I was like, what? He was like, you won! I was like, I won what? Because I totally forgot. He was like, Nikki, you won! And I was like, what? And he sent me a picture and I freaking won. Oh my gosh. I won the Black Opal contest. And I was like, that's insane. There was a lot of people that entered, but I won. And I was like, I don't know what it is. God pulled me back, right? Because I said, I didn't want nothing to do with makeup. I'm out of here. I don't want to touch this thing no more. I want to focus on my bath and body, and that's where I want to be. I just want to focus on that. And so snap me back to makeup. So I won the Black Opal contest. I was the first one who won the contest. And they sent me to New York, and I was able to work on their Black Opal campaign. Listen, when I tell y'all, I'm getting chills telling this story. They sent me to New York, and I got to work on the Black Opal campaign. I got to work alongside Mr. Eric, the hair maestro. I worked along Mr. Frank Guyton. Oh my gosh. It was like, I don't want to say it's a dream come true because I don't think I've ever dreamt that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't a dream come true, but it was such a good moment. Like, I just couldn't believe it, right? And so I got to work alongside them and work on this campaign. And I was in awe. Like, I was ready to throw in the towel and just give it up. And I didn't want to do makeup anymore. And this thing just brought me back, right? Black Opal, they was like, and I stayed in a nice hotel. It was beautiful. Everything was taken care of. All expense paid. It was amazing, right? And I'm like, I'm actually working on a global campaign. Did y'all hear me? I'm working on a global campaign. They didn't just invite me and say, let's do a little rinky-dink photo shoot. We are working on the actual global campaign for the world, Craig. No. We're working on the actual campaign. And I was like, oh, I can't believe it. All right, so I did that. And I was like, oh my gosh. So this was the first time that I think that God, the universe, powers, whatever, pulled me back. It's definitely God. I'm saying definitely gonna say that. Pulled me back and said, hey, maybe you need to be focusing on this a little bit more. Maybe you shouldn't have just left. And I was like, okay. So I was excited and hyped up in it. And I was like, yeah. So I'm gonna come back. That energy died down because I reverted right back to, I'll do makeup sometimes, but I don't know why, what I wanted to do. Dilly-dallying, y'all, dilly-dallying. And so left that, well, not really left, but, I was in here and there. I wasn't committed, right? And so after that, I went back to my whole whatever I was doing. And then I've been saying to myself that, me and Chi Chi, my friend, was trying to connect, right? We've been trying to connect. And I see you, sis. I was trying to connect with my friend Chi Chi. Chi Chi is the owner and CEO and everything of Juvia's Place. She was planning her event. And the event was, thank you so much, Big Meech. The event was her blushed and bronze event. Okay. It was they just got back from New Orleans because they did Essence Fest. And so I was like, we finally got to hook up. I was like, I'm going to come down there. I was like, what are we doing? Because every time I'm like, I'm coming to visit. And Jules and Chantel know, because I was like, I got to go see my friend Chi Chi. And I've been saying this for so long, and we just never really had the chance to do it. It was not we, it was me, because I kept saying I'm going to go up there, and I didn't, because I'm in Pennsylvania, and I had to go down to Jersey. So I was like, I don't know if I'm going to do that. So after Essence Fest or whatever, I was like, you know what? We started talking. I was like, I got to come down there and see you. So I finally got down there, and they were just in the beginning stages of planning this event. Like, it was an idea, it wasn't thought out yet. And so she was like, Nikki, do you want to go? And I was like, oh yeah, I would want to go. Not thinking that Mr. Fine was going to be there. Okay, I didn't know Sam Fine was going to be there. Did not know. Absolutely did not know that Sam Fine was going to be there. I just knew that she was doing an event, and I was like, I want to be there because, why shouldn't I be? I want to go. And so she invited me, sent me the invitation and everything. Got the invitation, got down there, and Mr. Fine is going to be there. I said, okay, my goal has been, ever since I started making Brush Me Off soap, was to put my soap into Mr. Sam Fine's hands. That was my goal. I had two people that I wanted to put my soap in their hands. One was Rennie Vasquez, and I'm going to talk it into existence. Hello. One was Rennie Vasquez, and the other was Mr. Sam Fine. The first one was Mr. Sam Fine. I wanted to put it in his hand, right? So we go to the event. First of all, the event is gorgeous. It is like magic. Oh my gosh, this event was everything. Now, I don't go to influencer events because I'm not an influencer. I'm influencer adjacent. I'm not an influencer, right? So I don't go to these events and stuff like this. And I was like, I need to, because this is where my audience is. All the makeup artists, all the people are here. This is where I need to be. So I was looking at it like, oh yeah, I got to do more events like this, because listen, this is where my people are. My people are here. Even though I'm not an influencer, I'm not doing makeup, I still need to be where my people are, and they are here. And so I was like, okay. So I didn't bring in a lot. Matter of fact, I only bought in one. I bought in one soap because I didn't want to be that girl who bought their stuff to give to everybody. You know what I'm saying? So I bought one soap in, and I knew that I was giving this soap to Mr. Fine. And I said that was my goal. I want to put it in his hand. And so he was on stage. He did a whole live tutorial. I caught my entire life, because one of my things, what I visualized when I was younger, and I do feel these tears welling up in my eyes. Oh my gosh. One of the things that I wanted to watch him do, oh my gosh, I can't stop, was to watch him do makeup. And it just took me back. Like, I know that I took myself out of the game and I was moving in a different direction, but that moment brought me back to my makeup. That moment brought me back to the days when I visualized him actually doing it, that I wanted to see, because remember I said in his book, he showed what he did. Like, he did the makeup and stuff like that. He said some things and gave some tips, but he wasn't as instructional as Kevin Aquan was in his makeup books. And so my thing was that I wanted to actually see him do it. And I was there and I actually watched him do a tutorial on the stage. Like, I had, like I said, it took me back to that moment. So he did his tutorial, whatever, and I didn't know if I was going to meet him. I didn't know if, he was going to be leaving. I didn't know what was going to happen. I really didn't. I didn't think I was going to actually meet him. So he's walking through the crowd and he walks by our table, and I was like, oh, that's him. And I was like, babe, that's him. So she gave me the soap, and she got the recording of us meeting and talking and everything, right? So I got the soap, and I was like, can I talk to you? So I go up to him. First he was talking to somebody, so I wanted to wait till he finished because I didn't want to be that thirsty. You know what I'm saying? And so I waited till he finished, and then I started talking to him, and we started talking. And when I tell you, he was everything that I imagined him to be. Like, I felt like I was speaking to somebody I already knew. Okay? I felt like I was speaking to somebody I already knew. And he was the sweetest. He was nice. He know exactly where I live. He was talking about, oh yeah, I go to Pennsylvania all the time to do Patty's makeup. And y'all know who Patty is, y'all, right? We don't even, she just by one name, the diva, okay? So he was like, yeah, I go to Pennsylvania to do Patty's makeup all the time. I was like, oh yeah, but I'm on the other side of Pennsylvania. I'm far away from there. And he was like, oh yeah, where? And I told him where we were. And he was like, oh, well, y'all took the train in? And I was like, oh no, we didn't take the train in. And I said, because I don't live near the train. And he was like, well, where's the nearest train? And I was like, oh, it's in Port Jervis. And he was like, oh, I know Port Jervis. And we just had a conversation like we were old friends. Let me tell y'all something. Like I said, that moment meant every single thing to me. And so we were taking pictures and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, can I give you something? So I gave him the soap, right? And he was like, what is it? And so I'm telling him about my soap. Y'all already know my spiel. Telling him everything about it. And I was like, it has always been my dream to put the soap in your hands. And he was like, well, here we are, that type of thing. And then he was like, well, we got to take a video. I was like, what? Y'all don't even know. Do you understand? Like, some people just take it, celebrities, whatever. They take something and then they're like, oh, yeah, well, thank you for giving it to me or whatever. And they just walk off and do whatever they're going to do. He said, we need to do a video. We need to do a video right now. And I was like, what? If my excitement was on the outside of my body, he would have been like, girl, I got to get away from you. You crazy. But let me tell you, I contained myself because your girl is a G, okay? And so I was like, oh, okay. And so we did the video, and I was like, oh my gosh, we're doing a video. I put the soap in his hand, and he's doing a video of my soap. He even said he followed up. Like, he didn't just leave me on red. He didn't just say, nice to meet you. He met a lot of people that night because the event was packed, jam-packed. It was a beautiful event. He didn't leave me on red. He didn't say he'll get to me when he gets to me. He reposted, and he said, I'm about to clean my brushes right now. Y'all, when I tell you, I am floating, and the reality of the moment has been settling in just in different moments in my from this weekend, right? Just different times that things just been hitting me at different points. Y'all, so excited that I was able to do this. And I say all of this to say that something always pulls me back. to the makeup game. And I'm like, okay, well, maybe God is showing me, Nikki, you need to be focusing on this brush stroke. You sleeping on yourself. You really need to. And every single time, I'm so grateful for friends like the people that I know. Like, if it wasn't for, like, Chi Chi did this event, and I'm so blessed and thankful that maybe one day I'll share that story, right? Because we are still good today. Like, she has always been super supportive of me. She's always been how can I help you? How can I support you? What can I do? What do you need from me? Like, she's always been that person. And you don't find that often. And when you find it, you hold on to it, because people are not that genuine anymore. And so, because of her inviting me to this event, I was able to actually meet Sam Fine. And also, not to mention, she was my very first wholesale order. Thousands of soaps. She was my very first wholesale order. Like, when I tell you she's supportive and she held me down, definitely. And this event just brought something full circle for me. And then I was like, you know what? Maybe I really need to focus in on this brush soap. I really do. And not to mention, the Bling King was there too. Y'all know Mr. I think his name is Bernard Macias. Yes. He was there too. So, yeah. So when I say that, I say all of this to say that I think God has definitely been showing me, you got to come back. 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 I think God is definitely showing me that, because this is there's been plenty of times in between, but this is the second time, actually the third time, because the other time is when I did the Juvia's Place foundation campaign. What? My face was on Times Square, y'all, because of her ad. What? So it's 3 actual moments, but my 3 moments that always brought me back to makeup were major moments, y'all. Major. The first one, I won the Black Opal contest out of nowhere, because I wasn't doing makeup, so it was definitely out of nowhere. That was the first one. The second one was when I did the foundation campaign with Juvia's Place. And then the third one was when I actually was this weekend, when I met Mr. Sam Fine, and I actually put the soap in his hand. And I told you, I got to find where I wrote this visualization down. I got to see where I put it. But it definitely happened. I manifested these moments. I manifested this, and not even knowing. The thing is that I didn't hyper focus on it. You know what I'm saying? It was out of what I was doing in the moment. So I didn't hyper focus on it, but it was something that meant something to me. When I seen that he was in New Orleans, and I was like, oh, it just brought back some memories. And I was like, I wonder if I'm gonna meet him at the event. Guess what? I don't know what was happening behind the scenes. I don't know what was happening in the universe. I don't know what was happening with my alignment, but it just all came together, and it came into this particular moment that I'm super excited to even just share that moment with y'all all. And I say all of this to say, I said, I promise you it is going to come back full circle. I say all of this to say, even though I set the 30K in 30 days challenge, it didn't happen. And I know, because I average about 200 and something every 28 days. So I was like, I really got to step it up if I'm trying to get to this 30K in 30 days. And so, again, I knew that I was slacking a little bit. I knew that I didn't lose focus. I just was slacking. I'm chalking it up to the slacking, because that's what happened. I didn't hit it the way I wanted to hit it. I didn't get it. And I'm not saying that I can't go hard in the paint and get at least a little bit closer. You know what I'm saying? I can, and I will, right? But I say all of this to say is that I didn't give up when I had planned this stuff. I didn't give up. I didn't say, oh, well, I didn't meet Sam Fine when I was doing makeup, I'm not gonna meet him anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't disregard the dream. I didn't disregard my vision. I didn't disregard what I wanted to do. I didn't disregard it. It was somewhere lingering around, and I know it was lingering around because it was reinvigorated when times for me to actually do what happened got closer. Those visualizations that I had when I was younger started coming back. They started coming back. And I don't know if that was the energy, because I'm not a big, I mean, I love law of attraction, but I don't know the science and all that other stuff behind it the way others do, right? So I don't know what to call it. I just know that it brought back those emotions, it brought back those memories, it brought back a lot of things, and it all culminated to this moment where I got to actually see what I visualize happen in real life. And the moments, the conversational moments that I had with Mr. Fine is the same thing that I saw in my head, and it happened. And so I say all of that to say, just because it didn't happen in the time that I was in makeup and I was very in the game at that point, right? Just because it didn't happen then don't mean that it can't happen. So I say all of that to say, just because you didn't get what you wanted within that 30 days, because we had a time frame. Just because you didn't get that in that 30 days, don't give up. Don't lose sight. Keep on doing it, doing what you said that you wanted to do, because it's going to happen. It's going to happen for you. And not to sound like, oh, kind of like, oh, you so in the air. You're so flighty. You're so, no. I say all that to say, if it's important to you, keep with the vision. If it's important to you, stay on your mission, stay on your path. It may not happen in your time, and things don't happen in our time all the time, right? Because what they say, when we make plans, God laugh, right? And so it didn't happen on my time, but it happened. It didn't happen on my time, but it happened. And it was even more magical than I could have ever even expected. And I was able to appreciate the moment. I was able to be fully involved in the moment, engulfed in the moment, because this was where I needed to be at the time that I needed to be there. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Like, maybe when I first made the soap, maybe I wasn't there yet, right? Maybe I wasn't ready yet. I don't know, right? But I do know at this particular moment, it was everything. This moment was everything that I wanted it to be and more. Everything and more. Okay. So don't get discouraged if you didn't hit it at 30 days. Just make sure that you continue going on the path that is going to put you where you want to be. Take the next right step every single day. Every single day you may not feel like it. Every single day might not be 100%. It doesn't matter if it's 100% or 10%. Do it anyway. Do it anyway. So that is my story, and that is what I wanted to share with y'all. And I also like, am I ignoring what God is trying to, show me or whatever? But I did know, like I said, I want to be at more events like this. I need to make sure that I am doing what I need to do for my own influence, and to make sure that I'm in these places and spaces that I think is going to, like, it felt so good in there. Like, I felt like this is home. Like, you might be like, Nikki, you felt home at an event. No, it's just the energy, just the connections, the networking. It was just a beautiful thing. It was a beautiful time, and I need to be in more things like this, and I need to trust myself more, and I need to go on ahead, and I say all that to also say that I will be coming back on camera, y'all, because your girl needs to show up. So I definitely am going to be showing up on camera, and do not ignore those messages. You might be like, well, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm focusing on this. But if something keeps pulling you back towards it, and this is, another thing that I want to share, I ignored it. I put it off. I tried to push it as far away as I could when I said I did not want to do makeup. Like, I did not. When I say I didn't want anything to do with makeup, believe me, that's why I went into Bath and Body Products, because it was the total opposite of what I was doing with makeup. And then one of my friends said to me, Nikki, you need to make a brush soap. Everybody is making, no, she's like, there's this brush soap, and it was a London company or something like that. She was like, you need to make one of these. I know you make soap. You are going to kill it if you make this. And I was like, okay, I'll try it. And I did it. And we are 10 years later, and I'm still making this brush soap, and it is working, and it is growing. And like I said, To me, my soap was different. Not to me, my soap was different, period, from what was on the market because I made my soap from scratch. That was what everybody else was using bases, especially because it's quicker to make it in the base, right? You can melt and pour and add ingredients or add things after. It only take you 30 minutes. Like, it don't take you no time. I wanted to make my soap from scratch. It was very important for me to make my soap from scratch. It was very important for me to make a full milk soap. It was very important for me to make it all natural. Like, all of these things that was important for me when I formulated this soap is now, like, I'm not going to say I stood the test of time and, like, oh, I'm on top. I'm still building. You know what I'm saying? I'm still building. And I just want to say that just don't give up. Don't give up, because all those things that were important to me when I built it, all those people who just jumped on it because it was a trend, the people who I did it because I wanted to. I did it because it was important for me to formulate it the right way. Y'all already know if I do something, it's important for me to do it the right way, right? It's important for me to put my on it. And so that's exactly what I did with this. And hopefully, not hopefully, I know, God willing, it's going to be everything that I thought it was going to be. All of the things that I wrote down in my, and I don't want to actually call them my goals, but my visualizations. You know, sometimes I was journaling and I was, what do you call it? Visualization. I was visualizing my days and things like that. And I was looking over my notebooks yesterday because I was like, I got to find a notebook where I wrote the stuff about Sam Fine. And I didn't find it, but I was seeing the things that I was visualizing, and some of those things happened. Some of those things, I even overlooked some of those things. Some of those things happened. Like I did, one of them was to have a collaboration with with Juvia's Place. And I did. We had a brush soap that we did with Juvia's Place. And I was like, that was part of, you know, things that I was manifesting. And we need to start looking at what we want. And I'm sorry, I'm all over the place because I have so much that I want to say in this moment. But we need to look at the things that we want and stop overlooking them and saying, oh, that's just a little bit of whatever. That's just nothing. That's just this. That's just that. No, we need to start looking at what we want and start whatever is important for us to get to. We need to start working our way to that thing because it will work out for you. It will come around for you, right? It definitely will. And I'm looking at things, and some of the things that I wanted was in the moment. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, certain connections and things like that were in the moment. But some of the things that they were in me that I needed to happen. Some of the things that I wanted to happen were in me. Like that Sam Fine moment was in me. That collaboration was in me. Those things were really in me. There's some things that were surface level. You know what I'm saying? There were some things like I wanted to have an event space. And I'm like, that's not important to me right now. Like, what am I doing with an event space right now? All these people, you know, are doing all of this. And, you know, now they're closing up shops or they selling them or they doing this. And I was like, that I didn't want that loss. You know what I'm saying? But listen, I say all of that to say, trust yourself. Trust yourself. Trust your vision. Work towards your vision. Don't just leave it alone. Don't just leave it alone. I'm not saying hyper focus on it because, like I said, I wasn't hyper focused on this. I wasn't like, I got to be at every event he's at. I got to be there. I got to be there. I wasn't hyper focused on it. And I was even okay with just being at the event and watching him do the tutorial. But that icing on the cake was when he walked by my table, y'all. He walked by the table. That's how I got to see him. I didn't go by the stage to wait till he got off. He walked by the table, and that's how I got to meet him. He walked by my table. My table was, they were the cocktail tables. And so we were off to the side. Like, we weren't, like, in front of the stage. We were off to the side, and he actually walked over to where I was. So I said that had to be nothing but God. Nothing but God. And he stayed talking right there. And he could have been walking and talking to get to, the VIP section or whatever. No, he stayed talking right there in this particular spot, y'all. Nothing but God. So I say, even if you don't do it in your time, even if you don't do it in the time that you set, let's say this 30 days, or let's say you had a goal sitting on your goals list for a long time or something you visualize, listen, everything might not happen in the time that you expected it to happen, but it could still happen. And I am living proof of that, y'all. I'm on cloud 9, and I'm probably going to cry some more and some more and some more because it actually happened. So That's what I had to share with y'all this morning. Let me come back and see what y'all said in the comments. Sis Chantel said, "Oh, Nikki, I'm so glad you got to experience such a beautiful event." Yes, it was gorgeous. It was absolutely gorgeous. Rennie Vasquez is the one who taught me how to apply lashes, and together with Kiss, they sent me a bunch of stuff. He is awesome. Isn't he? Love, love, love me some Rennie. Love him. This is wonderful. Thank you so much. Miss Anita said, "How exciting. I'm so happy you had a chance to meet him." Me too. Oh my gosh. Y'all don't even know. I mean, y'all know now, but I was like, what? What? Nikki the superstar. Hey, let's get it. Let's go. Not a superstar, but you know, I'm a twinkling. I'm twinkly. I'm so happy for you, Nikki. Thank you. Thank you so much, Melly Mel. Melly Mel said, "Wonderful story and always stay ready." Listen, I remember that Juvia's place ad. Listen, I was on Times Square, y'all. Times Square. My face was on Times Square. What? Let me tell y'all, it was gorgeous. Gorgeous. This is a beautiful story. Thank you so much, Facey. Thank you. Small progress is better than no progress, period. So don't stop what you're doing. If it's important to you, keep it going. If you didn't make the amount of subscribers that you said, that's me. I'm going to keep on going, but I'm going to go harder. If you said that you want to get your brand out there and you wanted to post more and you don't have your live no more, then get your reels up. Get your carousels up. If this is what's going to bring the people to the party, bring them to the party this way. You may not be able to take the straight path. You may have to take a different route. It's okay. Take the different route and see where it takes you, because that route may be preparing you for something. Just like I said, right? I don't think if I would have, when I wrote this down, when I visualized me putting the soap in his hands, I don't know if I was prepared. I know that. Matter of fact, I can tell you that I wasn't prepared. And I'm going to tell you why I wasn't prepared. I wasn't prepared because I did not have my pitch down pat. I did not know how I was going to sell this soap. I didn't, like, when I spoke about the soap, I spoke about it in a long roundabout way. We was in a party. It was loud. I had 2 seconds to keep his attention. Right? I didn't have all that time. I didn't have 10 minutes to tell him a story. I had 2 seconds to keep his attention and get him intrigued so that he can keep on talking to me. These are things that I've learned along the way. Had I did it when I first had the visualization, or when I made the soap, I would not have been ready for that. I was ready. I was ready to deliver. I was not nervous. I wasn't shy. I was ready to go. So I know that the detour took me the long way, but the long way prepared me for the day. Ooh, come on, bars. The long way prepared me for the day to do what I needed to do and to show up the way I needed to show up. Because I'd rather show up prepared than show up being bumbling and like stumbling all over my words because I'm excited in the moment and da-da-da-da-da. I was ready. So if you have to take the detour, if you are taking the long way, if you feel like things are taking a little longer than they should, it's probably because you're getting ready for something even better and greater than you could ever imagine. Because that moment was every single thing to me. Like everything else in the night, that there were so many amazing things that was happening in that night. But that moment, listen, that moment will be in my mind for the rest of my life. Let me see. You look so happy, sis. You give so much to everyone, and God rewards those who give, who do good unto others. Thank you so much, my good sis. Thank you. You make me want to cry. That's how I feel about my apple cider vinegar soap. But let's get it. Let's go, then, Yolanda. Let's go. Message me because we need some momentum behind that. Let's get it. Vasey, yes, it felt like home. Visualization is a power. Yes, it felt like home. Visualization is a powerful manifestation tool and is. Let me tell you. And is. I was going back. Like it was just taking me back to moments when I wrote it. Like I could see myself writing these things down. I can see myself when I did the tutorial. I can see myself looking at those books. Looking at the books. I could see myself. Like I think that it was so much stronger when I knew that it was actually going to happen, that energy that I had brought it all. Like that energy was that push, that was that go, that was that gas, that was that za. Like that was the energy that I had when I knew that it was happening. When I seen him on the stage, all of those emotions just came to me. All of them, all of them, all of them. And so the stars aligned, the energy connected, and the vibrations was high. It was amazing, y'all. It was so amazing. Let me see. Sheila from VA says, those who win foot races seem to only reach the finish line when people root for them. Encouragement from others. I appreciate all the encouragement we receive from you, Nikki. Hey, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope you all enjoyed my story. I know I be long-winded sometimes when I tell my story and my stories, and she'll be like, "Well, you just get to the point already." I'm like, I got to give the background first. I got to give the background. And so I hope that you all enjoyed it. I hope that you enjoyed it. You were encouraged by it. I hope that, you know, again, I have to show my real life. I have to show, like, I can't show you just my highlights. I have to show you when I lose. I have to show you when I win. I have to show you when I'm discouraged. I have to show you when I'm not encouraged to do anything, or motivated or disciplined or whatever. I have to share that. Why? Because I know as entrepreneurs, it's hard to see those things. And some people will show you those things, but they'll show you on their way to coming back, and they already came back. And so you don't get to really understand what happened in the moment and saying like, oh, well, they just turned around immediately. You see the story and you like, that was fast. You know what I mean? And I definitely, it has been on my heart ever since that I started this, because I always thought that I had to be all together. I had to be polished. I had to be ready. I had to be finished. Everything had to be just the right way for everybody to understand what I went through, or, you know, to believe me, or to be inspired by me, or whatever, because I'm looking at other people. Again, imposter syndrome. Again, this is me looking to my left and my right when I should be looking straight ahead to my own goals. And so looking at everybody else, I'm like, I'm not this person. I'm not this person. I don't speak like this person. I don't speak like that person. And so along my way, I was a little, I don't want to say I wasn't discouraged, because I wasn't discouraged. I just want to, maybe it was the imposter syndrome, right? Because it didn't look like everybody else's, and I thought that it should. And something came over me at one point in time when I started doing Coffee with Nikki, is that I'm going to have to show it doing it messy. I'm going to have to show it doing it, you know, unpolished. I'm going to have to show it in my voice that I speak in, and not try to sound like my telephone voice. I'm going to have to show up as me, right? And the people that get me will get me, and the people that don't won't. And that's okay, right? And I have to be okay with that, because my message is for somebody who gets me. My message is for somebody who needs to hear what I have to say and going to get it the way I deliver it. So with that being said, I want to say the same thing to you. Do not be discouraged. Do not, just because it didn't happen in the time that you thought, just because, you know, you think it should look like something different. It may be packaged up in a different way, and you may not even be, I don't want to say you won't be ready, but you just won't expect it to look like this, right? But it's going to look even better than you could have ever even thought. So I want to say, keep on pushing. I want to say, stay encouraged, stay inspired. And even if you are discouraged, even if you feel like, oh, it didn't happen in the time, just think, you know, I'm just going to do one thing for this thing. You know, what's my next right thing? What's my next right step? And I'm just going to take that. Again, your next right step may not look like 100% every day. It may look like 10% sometimes. It may look like 5% sometimes. It may even look like 1% sometimes. But any percent is better than 0%, right? So just make sure that you are moving forward. So I say all of that to say, listen, it was a beautiful weekend, y'all. It was a beautiful weekend. So thank you, everybody, for watching. If you're not subscribed, please go on ahead and subscribe. Make sure you turn on your notifications bell so that you can be notified when we go live. We go live Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for Coffee with Nikki, your daily cup of information and inspiration. Please also make sure that you're following me on all social media platforms. I am Bubble Babes. That's BABEZ University everywhere. So make sure y'all follow me. What else? That is it. That is all. We will get back into doing AI tomorrow. We'll be back, and we'll be talking AI. I just wanted to share this story with y'all, just this story time with y'all, because it was a moment for me, and I was like, this is definitely something that I can share with my community to encourage and inspire them to keep on going, especially within our 30-day challenge, which is going to be up. I think it was supposed to be going to the 28th, and I said we're going to extend it to the 31st, but just keep on going and keep on pushing. Do not get discouraged. So with that being said, y'all, I appreciate y'all so very much for rocking with me. And all of y'all watching the replay, please put replay gang in the chat and let me know what you thought, if I should do more story times and stuff like that. Because like I said, I know there's so much of my life y'all have no idea. Y'all have no idea. That is it. That is all. Y'all have an amazing day. And God willing, I will be back on tomorrow with Coffee with Nikki. And I'll see y'all then. Bye, y'all.